have you ever stopped to think about what money really is? I mean, why do we all agree that these pieces of paper or numbers on a screen have value? It all started way back, long before Bitcoin and Ethereum, in a time when people traded goods directly. You had something I wanted and I had something you wanted. Simple, right? This was the original sharing economy, but it wasn't always practical. What if you wanted a cow, but the cow herd wasn't interested in your collection of rare seashells? That's where currency came in, a common ground for exchange. We've come a long way from trading chickens for shoes, haven't we? We've moved from precious metals to paper money to, you guessed it, digital transactions. Today, most of our money exists purely as ones and zeros in the digital realm. We trust banks and institutions to manage these virtual ledgers, keeping track of our earnings, spendings, and everything in between. But what if there was a way to streamline this system? What if we could eliminate the middleman and create a more direct, secure, and transparent way to exchange value? That's where things get really interesting. That's where cryptocurrencies enter the picture. All right, so we've talked about the history of money, how we got from bartering to digital transactions. Now, let's dive into the deep end and demystify these things called cryptocurrencies. Imagine a digital version of cash. No physical coins, no bills, just lines of code. That's essentially what cryptocurrencies are. They're like virtual tokens that represent value, just like how a dollar bill represents a certain value. But here's the catch. They exist solely in the digital world. Unlike traditional currency, cryptocurrencies aren't controlled by any government or financial institution. They operate on a decentralized network, meaning they're powered by a distributed network of computers around the globe, not a single entity. Now, you've probably heard of Bitcoin, the most famous cryptocurrency out there. It's like the rock star that kicked off this whole digital currency revolution. But guess what? There are thousands of other cryptocurrencies out there, each with its own quirks and features. You've got Ethereum, known for its smart contracts and ability to build decentralized applications. Then there's Litecoin, often dubbed as the silver to Bitcoin's gold, known for its faster transaction speeds. And who can forget Dogecoin, the meme-inspired currency that took the internet by storm? This diversity is part of what makes the cryptocurrency world so exciting and, let's be honest, a little bit wild. It's like the Wild West of finance, full of opportunities, and, well, let's just say, it's not for the faint of heart. Section 3. The power of decentralization, breaking free from traditional systems. One of the core principles behind cryptocurrencies is decentralization. Remember those banks and institutions we talked about? Yeah, well, cryptocurrencies aim to cut them out of the equation. No more middlemen, no more centralized control. Instead of relying on these institutions to verify and process transactions, cryptocurrencies use a revolutionary technology called blockchain. Think of it as a digital ledger that's spread across a vast network of computers, a public record that everyone can see, but no one can tamper with. This decentralization brings a whole lot of perks to the table. It means faster transactions, lower fees, and greater transparency. Plus, it opens up a world of possibilities for people who don't have access to traditional banking systems. Section 1. Your money, your rules, the allure of financial freedom. Let's face it, dealing with banks can be a real drag. They're slow, they charge fees left and right, and sometimes it feels like they're holding your money hostage. Cryptocurrencies offer a refreshing alternative, aren't you know? financial freedom, baby. With crypto, you're in the driver's seat. You have complete control over your money. No more waiting for banks to process transactions or worrying about international transfer fees that eat into your funds. Imagine sending money to someone across the globe in minutes with just a few taps on your phone. That's the power of cryptocurrencies. It's about breaking down barriers and creating a more inclusive financial system. Section 2. Blockchain, the trust machine behind the crypto craze. Okay, so we've talked about decentralization, but how does it actually work? What's the magic behind these secure and transparent transactions? Enter blockchain, the unsung hero of the crypto revolution. Imagine a digital ledger that's not stored in one place, but copied across countless computers worldwide. This distributed system is what makes blockchain so secure. It's like trying to change a single word in a million copies of the same book. Virtually impossible. Every time a transaction occurs, it's bundled into a block and added to the chain. This block is linked to the previous block, creating an immutable record of every transaction ever made. It's like a trail of digital breadcrumbs that can't be erased. Section 3. Speeding up the financial superhighway. Why crypto transactions are different. Remember those times you had to wait days for an international bank transfer to go through? Or those hefty fees that seem to appear out of thin air? Crypto transactions are here to change the game. Buckle up, it's about to get fast. Because cryptocurrencies operate on a global network, transactions can happen lightning fast, often within minutes. No more waiting for banks to open or dealing with time zone differences. It's like sending an email, but with money. And the best part, transaction fees are typically much lower than traditional methods. No more hidden charges or surprise deductions. With crypto, what you see is what you get. Transparency and efficiency, all in one package. Section 1. The crypto roller coaster. Navigating the wild world of volatility. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the infamous crypto volatility. 1 minute, your investment is skyrocketing. You're dreaming of Lambos and private islands. The next, it's plummeting faster than a meteor, and you're holding on for dear life. Cryptocurrencies are still in their infancy, and their value is heavily influenced by market sentiment, news cycles, and even the occasional tweet from a certain billionaire. It's a wild ride, and it's not for everyone. If you're easily spooked by sudden dips and surges, crypto might not be your cup of tea. But if you're willing to embrace the risk and have a long-term perspective, those price swings could potentially work in your favor. Section 2. Acceptance, anxiety. Can crypto go mainstream? While cryptocurrencies have gained massive popularity, they still haven't quite cracked the code to mainstream adoption. Sure, you can buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. Well, sometimes you can, but you still can't pay for your groceries with Ethereum at most places. This lack of widespread acceptance is a major hurdle for cryptocurrencies. Businesses are hesitant to embrace them due to their volatility, regulatory uncertainty, and the need for new infrastructure. It's a chicken and egg situation. Will adoption drive acceptance, or will acceptance drive adoption? Governments around the world are still grappling with how to regulate this new asset class, which adds another layer of complexity to the mix. But hey, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? The path to mainstream adoption is a marathon, not a sprint. Now, let's address the environmental elephant in the digital room, crypto's energy consumption. You've probably heard whispers about Bitcoin mining guzzling up more electricity than entire countries. And, well, it's not entirely untrue. Some cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin, rely on a process called proof of work, which requires massive amounts of computational power to validate transactions and secure the network. This energy-intensive process has raised concerns about its environmental impact. But before you write off crypto as an environmental villain, it's important to note that the industry is exploring more sustainable alternatives. Many newer cryptocurrencies use different consensus mechanisms, like proof of stake, which are far less energy-intensive. Plus, there's a growing movement towards using renewable energy sources for mining operations. All right, enough with the serious stuff for a minute. Let's talk about the weird, the wacky, and the downright unbelievable stories that make the crypto world so damn entertaining. Remember that guy who threw away a hard drive containing thousands of bitcoins only to spend years digging through a landfill trying to find it? Or that time a couple accidentally paid a $63 million transaction fee on a $1,200 Bitcoin purchase? Yeah, stranger things have happened. And then there are the meme coins, like Dogecoin, that started as a joke but somehow became a multi-billion-dollar phenomenon. It's enough to make you wonder if we're all living in a simulation and someone just hit the randomize button on the economy. Now, let's venture even further down the crypto rabbit hole and talk about NFTs, or non-fungible tokens. These digital assets have taken the world by storm, but they're also a major head-scratcher for many people. So, what the heck are they? Imagine a digital certificate of authenticity for anything digital. That's essentially what an NFT is. It could be a piece of digital art, a collectible, a tweet, even a virtual cat. The NFT proves you own the original, even if countless copies exist online. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would I pay millions for a JPEG that anyone can download? It's a valid question, but for some people, it's about owning a piece of internet history, supporting artists in a new way, or speculating on the future value of digital assets. So, we've been on a wild ride through the world of cryptocurrencies, the good, the bad, and the downright bizarre. We've seen how they can empower individuals, disrupt traditional systems, and even fuel some pretty epic memes. But the big question remains, are cryptocurrencies just a passing fad, or are they here to stay? Will they revolutionize our financial systems and change the way we think about money? Honestly, no one knows for sure. It's like trying to predict the weather in a hurricane. What we do know is that cryptocurrencies have sparked a global conversation about the future of finance. They've challenged the status quo, pushed the boundaries of technology, and forced us to rethink the very concept of money. The world of cryptocurrencies is still evolving at warp speed. New coins, platforms, and applications are popping up faster than you can say blockchain. It's an exciting time to be a spectator, and even more so for those who choose to participate. But as with any new technology, it's crucial to proceed with a healthy dose of curiosity and caution. Don't get caught up in the hype and never invest more than you can afford to lose. This crypto roller coaster is full of twists and turns, and it's important to buckle up for the ride. Whether cryptocurrencies become the future of finance or fade into the annals of internet history, one thing's for sure: they've left an undeniable mark on our world. They've shown us the power of decentralization, the potential of blockchain technology, and the importance of staying informed In an increasingly digital age,